Let's start by implementing a simple drag and drop into our Kanban board mini page. Instead of setting it up manually using the Angular material documentation like we've been doing, we're going to use the schematic to generate our drag and drop automatically. First, we'll take a look at the drag and drop documentation to see what we're trying to create. Then we'll jump into the schematic guide on how we could generate this from within the command line. Let's jump into the documentation. And under the CDK link this time, usually we've been working under the components, but now we're working within the CDK. And then on the left, select the drag and drop component. And what we're trying to set up in this video is this example here. We have two lists where we could drag items between the list. And we're going to generate this automatically by using the schematic. To learn more about the schematic, you can find out more information about that under the guides link. Select this and then select the schematics link. We visited this page within module 1 when we were generating a custom theme. On the right here, select the material 3 theme. And in module 1, we ran this command and we created a custom theme. Now we're interested in generating a drag and drop using the schematic. On the right here, select drag and drop schematic, and we'll run this command to generate a drag and drop. We'll run this, and then here we give it whatever name we want for the name of our component. To run this command, you need to make sure you have the Angular CDK already installed, and we already set that up within module 1. Let's run this command within the command line. Within the package.json file, you should already have the Angular CDK library installed into your application. If you're not seeing this, you go back to module 1 and we go over those steps for installing Angular material into the project. If you're already seeing this within your package.json, then you're ready to move on to the next step. Open up the command line, and here I'll paste in that snippet from the documentation. And replace the component name with pages. So we want to put this component within the pages folder. And the component name will be Kanban mini. Run this command. And we successfully generated a new component, and you should see that component within the pages folder. Let's take a quick look at that. I'll open up the HTML, the SCSS, and the TS file, and we'll take a look at the HTML first. And right out of the box, we get this markup within our HTML, a couple containers that show our to-do list and our done list. And we can find this list from within our TypeScript that was generated for us, and that is these two lists here. We'll be adding on to this in the next couple videos, but this is a great starting point. And what's nice about using the schematic is it automatically sets up our import for us as well. So we don't have to do this manually. And then inside of our style sheet, we'll need to update this as well, but this is a great starting point. It adds some basic styles to our drag and drop. Now to use this component, open up your routes page, the pages.routes, if you're following along with the course. And to use this component, we'll add our component to this page. And then scroll down until you see the Kanban, and we'll add it to this route, our new component. Remove this temporary under construction component. And then now we want to add in the Kanban mini, and then we want to target the Kanban mini dot component. And then we'll add our class, and that should be called Kanban mini component. Now when we navigate to the Kanban route, we should see our drag and drop in the browser. Now we should have a working drag and drop within our project, and we barely needed to write any code to set this up. If you're unsure how to start with a component, you can use the schematic to scaffold it for you, then use that as a starting point. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at the code that was generated for us and see how we could customize this drag and drop to work with our project. And we'll start on that next.